Yo, YouTube, what's going on? How y'all doing? It's your boy Daniel. Man, so let's start off with my other introduction too. I didn't add to this yet. I am currently a college student at a university and I'm studying sports management and I am a senior in the classroom, but I am a sophomore on the field. Yeah, I do cross country and track and field. I am a sophomore in the sports field and I'm a senior in the classroom. And I'm almost done getting my degree in sports management, but I'm thinking about my master's next. And right now, stay tuned, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I start miming. All right, yeah. So 2015, that was the year I started miming. And what got into miming? It was these two females. They were miming. They were going to a church called CCDA, and they were miming like tremendously. That like they were anointed. They had some swagger on them, and I enjoyed it. I loved it, but it didn't eat me up like that inside. It was like it looks cool. I like it. And later down the road, as I go to that church, one time they had this one youth explosion. They pulled me to the side at the end, telling me that they see me growing in church and all that. They see my spirit growing. They want to know what can I do. And they told me that I just sat there silently a little bit until my brother said he knows how to dance. I'm like, really, you know how to dance? Oh, you joined my ministry then? And I was like, mime. Okay, mime. All right. And then my brother said, you'll be good at mime, Daniel. You know how to dance. You got the talent. Do it. Yeah, it was like kind of like a little urge to just go ahead and just do it. But I did kind of jumped a little bit without like getting instructions, without actually I just go ahead and just step right in it. And no lie, it was hard. I started miming, and I started in 2015 in Lake Wales, going to my sophomore year. And I started in my dorm. That's when I started miming. I actually started stepping out to go ahead and start doing it. It was hard, to be honest with you. I was stiff. I haven't been dancing that much. Even though I'm not used to dancing slow songs or slow gospel songs, I'm usually used to like doing songs that like a dance to, like a trend dancer, or like a song that I could groove to, something like that. Some songs that I could groove to, just have fun with it, cause I love dancing for fun. It just make me be free. But as I started miming too, it was, well, like I said, I did not have the right paint. That's one thing. I didn't have the right paint. I didn't know how to paint my face. I didn't know how to do my eyebrows. I had no garments, none of that. It was like I'm just a beginner. And then later on, when I started miming, I was like, okay, some people were touched by it, but I need to work on my moves, add more moves. I was still lip syncing and stuff, and then I stopped for a little bit. I thought it was not gonna go nowhere. And then 2 months later, I came back home for the holidays in 2015, and I finally got the clown white. I finally got the paint, but all I needed was another paint so I could paint my eyebrows, and it was hard to do eyebrows. So I looked at tutorial videos and all that, and they did help, and everybody was touched by it. They was blessed by it. Everybody started to see, I started figure out more about miming as well too. Like without the ministry, mime, I find out that it was 2% facial expressions. That's the little things. The other 98 is the energy. Do you have the energy, the enthusiasm to mime? Do you have that? All based on energy. So yeah, it was kind of hard to juggle miming, track, and classes because I was taking like 7 classes that time, my sophomore year, and I stopped running track too. That's another part. Yeah, something bad happened to me that time because first and foremost, my health started taking a toll on me, and then not only that too, I came back home and I started struggling with mental health issues in 2016. That was the beginning of the fall for your boy. All right, so when I was going through mental health issues and all this, now around April 2016, I was just finished my sophomore semester, but there was some class that I fell behind on. But even though I was able to finish, but I had to withdraw from one class as well, and I was coping with mental illness. I was dealing with stress, depression, anxiety. I was dealing with all that. I was worrying so much because of my mom and dad. Because my dad, he got kidney disease, and he's been dealing with that for 18 years. And my mom, she got dementia and she got schizophrenic, and she see episodes. She sings, she talks to herself. She pretends that something's there, but now she's better. She's better than ever, and so it was like my parents need my help. and my dad kidney disease was getting worse. He just had the thyroid surgery. That's how it is. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Thyroid, somewhere around the throat, some surgery around that. And then everything started to fall apart on his body. His body could not handle the things that he used to do. He's traveling from Pompano at 4 a.m. in the morning, coming back at 8 o'clock at night from just working and dialysis and driving back up to Port St. Lucie. So that was a huge toll on him. And during that time too, my times in Port St. Lucie, not only I'm dealing with that, I'm dealing with my own personal issues, which is depression, anxiety, and stress. I was stressing so much out, like what's gonna do next, and I chose to not go to school. And no lie, 2016 and 2017, I was just focusing on miming. I didn't have a job that time yet until November of 2016. And while I was coping with these things, man, I started going back. I got back on my feet and started miming again in PSL. And there was times where, oh my goodness, I was just crying, yo. As I go home, I'm crying, I'm praying. As much as I was praying, as much I was fasting, as much as I was seeking the Lord, the times I was miming, I'm going home depressed. I go to the altar, I'm going home depressed and crying, boo-hoo. I'm done praying, go to sleep. Silently, I'm crying. I'm crying in my sleep silently every time. I try to put some music in my headphones, like something that could calm my nerves or whatever, or my mind, but it was not working because first my teammates, they knew about me. They knew about what was going on with me. They knew that I was not right mentally. I was not motivated. I was not smiling. I was not laughing. I was not cracking jokes. I was not enthusiastic. That's how they knew me, actually. And then my coach was telling me what's going on with me. She knows that I got problems with my family, with my mom and dad, but it was like I was blind by it. I didn't know what was going on with me. I couldn't see it. I was blind. And the hobbies I used to do, I stopped doing some hobbies I enjoyed doing. No lie. I stopped doing that. And I just coping. I just want to mime. That's it. Nothing else. But I was taking throughout those times too. I was miming from 2016, 2017. I had two of the worst birthdays. Well, 2016 it was a good birthday, but not the best. But I was not happy. I was depressed. My mind was not right. I was like, man, bro, this is not it, man. What's going on with me? I was like, now it came like, I was like, I'm trying to wonder what's going on with me. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it was at that time. And then I was not happy as much as I was. I was not laughing much. And I stopped eating. Well, I didn't say I stopped eating. Well, I cut down my meals. Instead of eating 3 times a day, I was eating once a day through those times in my college dorm. Once a day. Like, how am I surviving out of that? Like, it was not it. It was not fun at all because I passed out too many times on the track. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I refused to seek help until the 3rd time my coach said, go get some help. And I went to the ER. They found out that I got syncope collapse, which is like a lungs and heart or in mind problem, like mind, heart, lungs, something like that. I forgot what it was. It was like 4 years ago. And yeah, I stopped running track that year, 2016, but I still had my eligibility though, but I did not use it from that 2nd year, so it was done for. And then until those times when I got a job, when I finally got a job, it was great. Okay, I got a job now, but I'm doing ministry. And those times where I just don't work at all, just go ahead and do ministry because I was just getting a lot of engagements throughout the times. Like I was having like 4 engagements in one day one time. February 2017, I blossomed. Like I had photos, I had videos. Everywhere I go, the spirit of God was moving. Not only that, the spirit of God was still moving. Everybody was jumping. They were shouting. They were crying for joy. Everybody was excited. But as I go home, I am depressed, yo. I'm crying. And there's times where I was miming, like, no lie. Sometimes when I paint my face, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like I'm Daniel sometimes. I really don't. I just go ahead and mime, do what I gotta do. But I do sometimes I feel happy at times. I do at times I feel happy, but not all the time. But I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Because I'm gonna go ahead and mime. I love miming though. I still do. Don't get me wrong, I still love miming. But I was not taking care of myself that time. I was going from engagements to engagements. Alright, from the time I was doing all these engagements, and then 2017 came. Now I'm 23 years old in 2017. I was getting a lot of engagements. I finally started going out of state. I went out of state one time, North Carolina, and I went to some conferences to learn. Now that I went to some conferences to learn and all this and all that, and also ministering and all that, man, my body was taking a toll on me because it was more of a physical toll than it is as a spiritual toll. Because no lie, man, people might think, oh, you're just going through a spiritual attack. No, it's not, man, because not everything's so deep. Not everything's so spiritual. Sometimes I just need to take a break, but I never took a break at all. It was like every week I just mime. I'd be taking like 2 engagements in one day, and if not Sundays, I used to take 4 in one day actually, and then do 5, and then 5 a total of in a week, like 4 on a Sunday, 1 on a Saturday. It was so much I was taking, and then I finally made some booking cards and all that, and then I was like, man. Not only that, too, people don't see me as a human being no more. Some people want to know who I am. They love the gift of mime. They try and get me. They try and get me to go dance at no, go mime at this church, that church, those this and that and the third. But I was not taking care of myself, and during those times too, my relationship with my parents was not great at all. I used to always yell at my mom. I was talking back at my dad, but not right. I was not listening to him. We didn't talk that much. We didn't bond like we used to, and also my cousins too. Like my cousin would always tell me, listen to your parents and also obey your parents. And then my other cousin was saying, Daniel, what's your purpose though? What can you do? What is your passion? I know you can mime, but what else can you do? But it was like, I don't know. There were some things I used to do, but I don't do it no more. But I don't know. But I had neglected, and also I started New Breed that time in 2017 as well. And through those times I started New Breed in 2017, I was 23, and it was good though. But I had a hard time breaking these guys in. I had to teach those guys how to mime and how to mime again because they felt a little rusty. My fault, Robert and Abelard. Y'all were rusty, man, but y'all gotten better though, man. Yo, it was fun times. It was a brotherhood. We did build a bond. It was great. But yet again, as I go back home, I'm still depressed. I had a hard time talking to anybody about my depression, my mental health issues. And then I finally got the closure that I need one day when I woke up. Yeah, so when I woke up, okay, semester is over. Not only that, the semester is over too. I finally got back to school that time. I spent 1 year and 1 month not going to school. From April 2016 all the way to May 2017. Because no lie, some of the classes was not it for me. I couldn't do all that summer stuff. And also, it was like a big community college, and I don't like big places like that. I'm overwhelmed with big places, and I don't like big crowds. I like small settings. That's just me. And plus, they didn't have my major, so that was the hard part too. And I finally just finished the semester off as well, but I failed more than I passed my classes. And I woke up looking at my awards, looking around my surroundings, and I had flashbacks of the things I used to do. And I was like, man, I'm missing all this, man. As much as it was growing, though, there was times where I was miming, the pain inside of me is still saying, I gotta get back to doing what I was used to doing. And I actually did, but later down the road. But I woke up that day and I was like, okay, I know. I came to the realization and said, I am effed up right here. But I know down the road, I am not going to be effed up no more. So I got up, got my phone, look up some therapists somewhere around my local area. No lie, those things cost money. I'm going to let y'all know. Or if he has health care, I don't know if they do cover that, but who knows. But it did cost money though. So I went there like twice. I went to a therapist twice, but other times I just talked to somebody about it. Like a guidance counselor. I actually talked to a guidance counselor at Indian River State College, which I was at for. Yeah, so while I was at community college, man, like while I was at community college, though, semester was over once again. I finally got the help that I need, and I went to a therapist. And when I went to the therapist, man, I spent like 10 minutes in silence. She said, "Hello, Daniel, how you doing? I know we talk on the phone. So how you feeling today? How are you? Go ahead, just express yourself." And I was just like, man, I just threw myself back, put my foot up on this little couch bed they had going on, and I just look at the clock. I heard the clock ticking, and then I see her with the clipboard sitting down and start staring at me. I was just like, you know what? After 10 minutes later, I opened back up from the time where I was a little kid, the times I was in school, how my life was, and how happy I used to be, and how I ended up where I was at, and all this. And when I told her that, yada yada, that this and that and the third, it was like a good hour of talking actually, or over an hour actually. And one thing I could say is what stood out to me when she said, "I am worrying about things that is beyond my control." And she told me, when was the last time I took a break? Have I ever treated myself? Have I ever set goals? And no lie, to be honest with you, I stopped setting goals. It was like, Last time I set goals was back in 2014, 2015. That's the last time I set a goal. And throughout those times, 2016, 2017, and 18, well, 18 I started setting goals again. But those times I did not set no goals. I didn't have any hobbies, like the hobbies I used to do. She said, find some hobbies, go walk to the ocean. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I walked to the beach before. That thing clears my mind. I love that thing, and I love the noises of the waters clashing together. I love just sitting there, being quiet. Even if I am alone, like I like being alone a lot. That's just me. But those things, they helped me a lot. I was like, okay, I need to do something. And then she was telling me that I started going back to the doctor, checking my health. Do I want to run track? If I want to run track, go ahead, go to the doctors first, check my heart, and make sure if I'm clear to go run, do any exercise or whatever, whatnot. I did that. And as I was going over there, man, like, I finally set goals for myself. And I was looking at my brother and my sister. I was finding out that they were doing good for themselves. My sister already graduated in 2018 from high school. My brother graduated college. It was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and regret, because I'm already living in regret from the past already. So it was like, either one, stay in the same mentality and let the years pass by wishing that I did this and did that in the third, or get back up and kill things and to do and go be great. And no matter the cost is, if I lose friends, I lose friends. And by the way, it was the greatest closure I was getting. In 2018, I started exercising again, and I started drinking more water. I was eating healthy, and it was just like, oh my goodness, it feels so good. And I finally stepped on the track later down the road, and it felt so good to touch the track again. And there were times where I was miming too, but I stopped doing a lot of solo. So I just focused on new breed, just new breed miming. That's it. I'll do solo from time to time, but it was like, it's time for me to take care of myself. That was the beginning of me taking care of myself. Okay, so when I finally left, okay, the time, okay, 2018 is about to end actually, and New Breed, yeah, New Breed was still growing as a ministry, and I did pick up solo, but it was like around December. That was I picked up solo again after like 2 months of not doing solo, and I was just going places and all that, like ministering twice a day. And but once again, the toll of my body was cracking up, was getting up to me. And by the way, one thing I did realize was my shoulder, because I got bone on my shoulder, because I feel it grinding each and every time I'm miming. I'm pushing it so hard. Like I said, there's 98% energy, 2% facial expressions. And I'm like, yo, I'm going from church to church too. And also there's times where I'll just go to church just to visit. I couldn't do that no more. Everybody just see me as a gift, but not a human being. I hate that. Like, they just like me for my gift, but not as a human person. They don't care about how I am mentally, how I am back home, how I am and everything and all that. Just care about my gift only. So it's like, man, we don't got like a good bond. You just know me from my gift. That's it. Nothing else. And I finally got the closure I need. It was like either going to, it was a school I was going to go to. I was going to go to Kaiser University down in Palm Beach. There's a Kaiser University back home, or go to Warner. There was three choices I could go to. And even though I did not graduate with my AA, I just left. And I was thinking about going to a different school in 2019. Like January 2019, I wanted to go to either Kaiser in Palm Beach or Kaiser back home, and then go to Lake Wales in Warner University or Palm Beach around the 2019-2020 school year. But as I was visiting the schools and all that, I was having dreams that I was back at Warner, because I almost went to Kaiser University back home. If I did stay back home, I was gonna do a lot of miming. I was gonna work. I was gonna work a lot, have a job, and I was gonna go to Kaiser. I was gonna be back home helping my parents and all that. And then I was like, man, I'm still not happy though, still. And then I finally got the dream that I was back at Warner and everything. I was late for church, and I was like, yeah, God's telling me I gotta go back to Warner. So I just cut everything off. And then one day when I go visit, it was all love. Everybody remembered my face. They remember who I was. And I was surprised there was still people that were still different the time that I was gone. I thought they were being left a long time ago. And then it was either from leave August 2019 or January 2019. So with that being said, I left in no, not August. I left in January 2019 to go back to Warner. So it was like, drop everything, just go. But I did tell people like later in advance that I'm going to be leaving. And some people didn't take it the right way. Some people was happy. Some people was upset. Some people was heartbroken, because no lie, I did have some happiness and heartbreaks. It was in between that. And I had to do what I got to do. It was time for me to be happy, do what I got to do. And I was happy. I was traveling. I was enjoying my teammates again. I was doing what I love. And then this time I was alone, because my brother used to be my roommate, and he was not my roommate no more. And I was like, I'm by. Yeah, like I said, I just got cut off, but I was by myself this time. and I was able to make some friends. But yet again, just like me, I'm always like being alone a lot. Like I can hang out with my teammates, like doing track meets, cross country meets, but when I'm outside of those things, I need to be to myself. That was just me. But I'm a more to myself guy, and I did started I didn't have like mime in that time too of 2019. Like I started picking up miming again in July, so it was like 7 months without miming, and I still got it though actually that time. Like I could still move, the energy was there, but once again the toll of my body was still getting there. I'm always sore, I'm always drained out. I feel like I can't do anything no more. Like my body's getting tight. No matter how much I stretch, my body was touring up. Like the toll of miming is like it's more like like I said, it's more of a physical toll more than a spiritual toll, because it's like so much energy you're putting in, and how much your hips and your body, and also like your hips, shoulders, back, legs, yeah, it's always getting tightened up. And also those songs be like 8 to 12 minutes long, or if not 15 minutes long. I got the stamina, it's just my body can't work like it used to, man, like it was. But now it's like I gotta be careful with my shoulder right now. Oh yeah, so what does miming or dancing means to me? That's a very good question, and I love to ask this. I'm gonna call it how it is. I'm just gonna be honest with you. For me, it depends how you put it or how I put it. Like some people see it as a ministry, a lifestyle, a hobby, or or something that they do that's like that's their life, that's their air that they breathe. But if I tell you this though, if you have dance and ministry, you have dance ministry, right? If you take the ministry out, the portion of dance by itself, to me, it's a hobby. Yeah, it's a ministry too, but it's more than a hobby than it is, because I enjoy it more as a hobby, because my passion don't really run that deep for dancing, but I love to dance, like the cultural dancing. I like dancing in the church and outside the church, like multicultural, like from Afro beats, hip hop, salsa, yeah, all that, so on and so forth. Like I just love to dance. That's all. I just love it as for fun, like a hobby. That's just how I call it. But that's just you how you want to call it. If it's a ministry, okay. I'm not gonna judge anybody preference or their perspective, but that's just on me. That's just what it is to me. I'm just being real honest. That's all. So yeah, it's really a hobby, something that I do for fun. And during those times too, in 2019, I would say this, like the best part that ever happened to me, my relationship with my parents, it finally healed up. We finally got back together. We started bonding more, especially my mom. We had a conversation. We every time I come home, conversation. How am I? Where I was. Sometimes she forgets where I'm at, but she was always happy. She's always smiling, and she was able to like to take care of me a little bit, even though I didn't ask for things. But she just want to be nice to me. She's nice. She's calm. She's chill. She interacted with everybody in the house. My mom, like my mom, was interacting with my dad again, and also me and my dad, our relationship started to finally heal around Christmas of 2019. It was the best. Like there was a lot of things I was doing, things I used to say, the things I was comfortable saying around him, and he was he loved it too. Those things like I had to be who I was. I had to be real. And then my dad always always me and my dad when it comes to like negotiating about what we like and what we don't like, we could never get that into good terms. It's always like my dad don't like this, and I was like I like that or I don't like that, because I got more dislikes than likes. And my family, they started supporting me too throughout my miming too. My dad, he saw me mime a lot, but my mom didn't. But other family members, they saw me mime too. Like the relationship was healing up. It was bond. It was a strong bond ever than wait, it's a strong bond better than ever. I was so happy. Like I felt so much joy. I felt so much calm, because never take life for granted, because you get one mom, one dad in this earth. Best believe. Okay, so now I would say I am more mentally strong. The best thing I could say is suicide was never in my mind. But if I never get that help, listen. First and foremost, I don't care if you're a pastor, a preacher, or some minister, a prophet, whatever it is. I don't care how much money you got in your bank. I don't care if you're a superstar or whatnot. If you don't take care of your mental health, you better just go seek some help, professional help. Talk to someone that can help you professionally. And also, I don't care none of that. I don't care how much praying you do, how much fasting you do, or what you got, what you don't got. You are human at the end of the day. You still need to take care of yourself, man. Seek that professional help before you either commit suicide or whatnot, man. Who knows? But me, I just felt it was hopeless. All hope was gone. That's the time I was going through like my lowest points. 2016, 2017. Those were my lowest points, I would say. And by the way, man, like depression it kills, man. Like people worry about your gift a lot, but they don't worry about you. So watch out for those people like that. Especially like I know it's been like so much in the church too. They care about my gift a lot, but they don't care about my human health. But some people do, some people don't. But well, a lot of people don't. But it's like people see me more as a gift, but they're gonna have to understand soon. Like at the end, I'm gonna be doing what I gotta do, but I gotta do it as best for me to take care of myself. Like how am I gonna help you when I can't take care of myself? So I hope y'all guys were able to hear me out, and I am gonna be taking some questions like it's probably like some Q's and A's, and I'll probably just do a video about that, and I'll answer them. And by the way, you will remain anonymous, only if you want to do that, but I'll talk about like sports, ministry, I'll talk about like the things behind, outside of traveling, about school stuff, whatever. I'm gonna tell you some stories, funny stories, and now in 2020, since like the pandemic's been going on, I've been doing TikToks, I talk to friends, video games, I sleep a lot, I still work out, but as of right now, I am like resting because recently I just got into a car accident, but I was hurt, but I am alive. So the car is total, it's gone, but my life is here. So I could get a new car, but it's just as a human, you can't be replaced. You gone. So glory be to God, man. So I hope that you guys were blessed. Y'all touched. So stay tuned. We out.